You can invest in your golf game, or you can invest in the game of golf. We'll talk about that today. The 91st State Open comes to Hamilton County and Noblesville's Harbor Tree Golf Club. We'll talk to Lon Kinney. We have a great collector's corner today for you, and we'll talk about an upcoming tournament at Forest Park, the Hickory Sticks Golf Tournament. The old-time Hickory clubs will be used in a unique tournament. Stay tuned. You'll enjoy the show today.
Guarantee. When you train at the to improve your speed, power, and agility. That's right, guarantee. Maximize your athletic potential and improve your performance in whatever sport you play.
Speed, power, agility.
Velocity Sports Performance. Maximize your potential. We guarantee it.
Looking for your golf paradise?
Visit Noblesville Golf, a retail store that will open up a whole new world to you. Whether you're a novice or a seasoned competitor, Noblesville Golf has the equipment of your dreams. Brand name golf equipment at unbelievable prices. Over 5,000 gifts for golfers. The largest retailer in the U.S. for golf accessories with collegiate and NFL logos. Golf lessons and club fitting also available. Noblesville Golf, the golf shop of your dreams. Downtown.
The wait for your golfing fate is over. Purgatory Golf Club has a tee time waiting for you. A beautifully landscaped resort-quality public golf course in Noblesville, Indiana. With 6 sets of tees for all skill levels, you designate your own challenging level of play at Purgatory. You decide if your 9 or 18 holes will be an easy round, a test of endurance, or anywhere in between. Purgatory, where golf is a religious experience.
The Indiana State Open returns to Hamilton County and is at Noblesville's Harbor Tree Golf Club. And with us today is Lon Kinney, head professional at the Harbor Trees Golf Club. Lon, nice to have you on the Purgatory Golf Club Show.
Thank you for letting me be here today.
Well, Lon, you hosted in 1992 the State Open. Now they're back
yes, sir.
To your club. Tell us a little bit about your club, Harbor Trees, and a little bit about the event.
Well, this is going to be the 4th time that Harbor Trees has hosted it. 1974 was the first time, 84 was the second time, 92 was the 3rd time. So
I did not realize.
Yes, sir. So this is our 4th event hosting the State Open. So,
that's terrific.
We're excited. I was here for the 92 event and be here for this one. And the golf course is in great shape, and we're looking forward to it.
It's a peat dye layout. Y'all have made adjustments along the way through the years.
Yes, sir.
What are some of the adjustments to this peat dye layout?
Well, since we've done the last State Open, we have rebuilt the tee boxes and moved some of them around, and we've also rebuilt our bunkers. So, golf course, we pretty much stay on top of that. It's in great shape year-round. I've probably hosted 30-plus events over the years for the section office. This is the biggest one, and we're looking forward to it. We're excited.
Well, Lon, a lot of folks don't realize this is a 4-day event, and
yes.
public is invited to come out and watch some terrific players. Who are some of the top characters we have?
Well, yesterday, if you haven't seen it, Alan Schulte lost in a playoff for the National Club Pro Championship in upstate New York. He's coming back. Jeff Cook is around. He's practicing. I know that. I think I've seen him out here. Jeff was second last year in the State Open. He won the event in 1992 with 12 under par. So Jeff likes Harbor Trees. Alan Schulte's coming back. We've got our normals, Kerry Hungate. We've got those big guys that love that little golf course coming back. So.
You know what's kind of interesting? I looked over the list of entries or participants. We have about 20 Hamilton County local folks.
Yes, we do.
Be they amateur or pros. And so they're participating as well. So folks out there that may have a following of a particular personality at their club can come out and watch him play.
Of course, we've got our Hall of Famer, Scott Steger, right here in Noblesville is playing. And Scott, admittedly, his game is down, but his son Eric is playing, and he's been real hot in the high school team. And young Eric, it'll be interesting to see how he does coming in.
What are the dates specifically coming up next week for this?
It's July 10th through the 13th.
10th through the 13th.
Yes, sir. And we'll do 156 players, 2 rounds, and then they'll cut to 60 in ties.
Okay.
So we'll get it down to about 70 players for the final 2 rounds. And come on out. Come out and watch it. We're right in North Harbor. And it's a great little golf course. The 18th hole's a little amphitheater. You can stand and watch them come in.
It's pretty neat.
It'll be fun.
Well, their host pro, Lon Kinney, tees off at 8 o'clock for the 91st State Open. Lon, congratulations on hosting, and best of luck to you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Would you like to attend a practice round at Augusta National Golf Club in preparation for the Masters? Stay tuned, grab a pencil. Later in the show today, we'll tell you how to get tickets from Augusta National for practice rounds for the Masters later today.
Looking for your golf paradise?
Visit Noblesville Golf, a retail store that will open up a whole new world to you. Whether you're a novice or a seasoned competitor, Noblesville Golf has the equipment of your dreams. Brand name golf equipment at unbelievable prices. Over 5,000 gifts for golfers. The largest retailer in the U.S. for golf accessories with collegiate and NFL logos. Golf lessons and club fitting also available. Noblesville Golf, the golf shop of your dreams. Downtown.
Golfers trust Golf Week magazine. So when Golf Week named Purgatory Golf Club the #1 public course in Indiana, golfers took notice. Those who have played Purgatory appreciate the distinctive course design and breathtaking landscape. And with 6 sets of tees at every hole, golfers can play the game that's right for them. Visit Purgatory and experience it for yourself. And coming this summer, an expansive new log cabin clubhouse, pro shop, and banquet facility. Purgatory Golf Club, where golf is a religious experience.
You can invest in your golf game, or you can invest in the game of golf. With us today is Chris Padgett, Certified Financial Manager and Financial Advisor with Merrill Lynch. And Chris, nice to have you on the show today.
Thank you, Alan, for having me on today.
Very good. You know, how does Wall Street view the game of golf? What are the ways in which we might invest in the game of golf if we're so inclined?
Yeah, well, the demographics are pretty good for the game of golf. Obviously, with the baby boomers between age 40 and 60 are going to be in that age where they'll have some free time. They're retiring early. We view golf as something, or the companies that invest in golf, pretty favorable right now because of the demographics.
So many times there's golf concerns. Businesses might be enveloped in a overall parent company or straight stock. People invest in all those different ways, do they not?
Yeah, there's a number of different ways to invest in the game of golf. There's individual companies that specialize in golf equipment, golf balls, and apparel. There's also mutual funds and real estate investment trusts. Yeah.
Who might be the direct stock type of companies?
There's a number of companies. Some of the larger companies would be Nike, obviously, is one of the largest players in the golf industry. There's Adidas, which makes TaylorMade. Callaway Golf is a publicly traded company. And then there's some smaller companies like Ashworth and, some apparel companies like that.
Phil Mickelson plays Callaway, endorses Callaway, Annika Sorenstam. How's their stock doing? I mean, any thoughts there?
Well, I brought a few charts with me this morning, and I don't know if we'll be able to pick this up on the TV, but this is Nike NKE, and they've done pretty well the last 10 years, last 5 to 10 years, and I think they've doubled in the last 4 years. It's about an $82 stock right now.
Did Tiger's endorsement give them a boost, you think?
It did a little bit. Yeah. Yep, sure did. It's done very well the last 5 years, as Tiger has obviously won some tournaments.
What are some of the others?
Okay. Well, just kind of a disclaimer. We we do follow some of these companies and some we don't. So this is not a buy, sell, or hold show.
Right. And I invited Chris just to give us a perspective, so it's not to advise or sell.
Purely for entertainment purposes.
Very good, sir.
This is Fortune Brands, and this is a company that makes Titleist golf balls, golf equipment. They make Pinnacle golf balls, FootJoy shoes. They've done fairly well. They're also a multinational company, meaning that they sell overseas. They're a conglomerate. They have a lot of other lines of business, such as hardware and cabinetry work and that sort of thing. So it's about a $7 billion company and has done pretty well. They're up 150% in 10 years and 90% the last 5 years. So
well, very good.
That's Fortune Brands there.
We have on our show today, our Collector's Corner will bring in the history of the Titleist golf ball. So this will be kind of a nice fit. What else?
A couple other companies that are fairly large companies. This is Phillips Van Heusen, which actually has done the best of the group here the last 10 years. They're up 200%. They're a mid-cap stock. Their revenues last year were about $1.5 million. Their average revenue growth the last 5 years has been about 14%. So very good performer. It's doubled in the last 5 years also. They make the Izod brand, chaps, Arrow, Bass shoes, that sort of thing, more of an apparel company.
So a lot of it reflects this demographics you talked about earlier and the lifestyle and the leisure time that more and more folks are having.
Right. Yep, exactly. Some smaller companies, obviously, well, Adidas isn't all that small, but they are an international company based out of Germany. They're a $7 billion company. Revenues last year, they're growing at about 10 to 12% per year, but they make the TaylorMade and the MaxFly golf ball. So
very popular. Very popular.
And then some of the smaller companies, Eli, Callaway Golf is a $1 billion company revenues last year. They've been fairly flat the last 3 to 5 years as far as stock price, so their price hasn't really jumped up that much. It's all because of management, but basically the brands that they carry obviously are the Callaway irons, the Great Big Bertha woods, and the Hawkeye metal. So.
But they get a lot of print in the sports page.
Yep.
So and a couple of more.
Yeah, the last two, Ashworth, which is obviously an apparel company. Last couple of years they've done pretty well. Their 5-year stock performance is over 20%, 10 years about 80%. They make men's and women's shirts and sweaters and apparel such as that sort of thing. Good. And then the last one is Adams Golf, which is the maker of Tight Lie's fairway woods and Tom Watson putters. So their revenues, it's a very small company, over-the-counter stock. Their revenues last year were about $56 million or so.
Now, Chris, you mentioned about our demographics and older populations in golf communities, and perhaps tell us just a little bit about the land investment companies.
Okay, there's a few of them out there. Jack Nicklaus used to be a publicly traded company. They are now private. Arnold Palmer had a company that was public until 1997. They went private. The best way to buy the golf communities and the golf properties typically is through a mutual fund, that specializes in real estate companies. Yeah.
Well, Chris, this has been very interesting talking about the game of golf in Wall Street, and I appreciate you being on our show today.
Ken, thank you very much, and I got a little gift here for you, soon-to-be collectible Merrill Lynch hat.
That'd be super.
Very valuable hat there.
Nice to have you on the show.
All right, thanks, sir.
It's great fun once again to introduce golf collector Tom Irving. But Tom also has a second task this summer. He's chairman of the Hickory Shaft Tournament at Forest Park this July. Tom, nice to have you back on the show.
Thanks, Alan. Nice to be back.
Tell us a little bit about this Hickory Shaft Tournament that you're involved with.
Forest Park will be celebrating their 80th season of golf this year. And in 1927, when they first opened, the wood shaft clubs were still in vogue and still being played, although the transition was being made to metal shafts, steel shafts. And we're going to host an event in conjunction with the Historical Society. I'll have some of my golf collector friends will dress in period costumes and we'll play an event. And we're going to try to start raising some funds for the local county golf programs, middle school and high school. Eventually, we feel like the funding will be cut from the schools because golf is a non-revenue generating sport.
Well, let's hope not. But in addition to that event, you're going to have the golf collectors come in for a trade show as well.
Right. We will have free appraisals for the public Friday from 4:30 in the afternoon till 8 o'clock. We'll play our golf tournament at 8 o'clock Saturday morning and finish up somewhere between 12:30 and 1, we hope. And then at 1 o'clock until 3:30, we will finish the trade show and free appraisal fair for the people that would like to show out and have some collectibles appraised, valued, and if they want to sell them, we'll have a silent auction available to them to sell.
Tom, I'm an avid golfer. I love the tradition of golf, but I don't have a set of Hickory clubs. How do I join your tournament and be able to play with Hickory clubs?
We're going to try to get around to all of the local county golf courses. I've been to Purgatory, some of the private courses I haven't been to yet, but there will be some applications. You can check at the Historical Society. There's a set of clubs on display, and they have applications down there. So I'd say your best bet for sure is the Historical Society, Thursday through Saturday, downtown Noblesville. Some of the local golf courses will have the sign-up sheets if I can make it around and get them available.
Well, we can rent those Hickory clubs there as well, right, that we have?
We will have some golf collector friends will be bringing spare sets, and we will have those for rent. We're going to play a scramble, so it's not going to be an intimidating tooth and nail tournament. We want people to experience the Hickory feel.
That'd just be great. Well, Tom, you have honors. Play away, please.
All right. Thank you, Alan.
We look forward to July 15th, right?
July 15th at 8 o'clock in the morning. It'll be a scramble event.
Marvelous shot, Tom.
Well, we got a little hook on that one.
It's rolling. Well, Tom, we look forward to July 15th, and thanks for being on the Purgatory Golf Club Show.
Thank you very much.
If it's June in Indiana, it must be golf tournament time. And congratulations and best of luck to the qualifiers in the National Public Links Championship. The qualifying round was held here this past weekend at Purgatory Golf Club. Those qualifiers and alternates will go on to Washington State. We have the state amateur this week, and we have about 20 Hamilton County golfers involved in that. And the junior golf state championships are occurring this week as well. And we have about 15 or so boys and girls participating in that. It's a great month for golf tournaments in Indiana, and congratulations and best of luck to the Hamilton County golfers playing in those.
It doesn't matter what sport you play. It doesn't matter what position you play. It doesn't matter whether you're turning pro or just starting out. It doesn't even matter how old you are. If you want to maximize your potential, you need Velocity Sports Performance. Velocity Sports Performance. Maximize your potential. We guarantee it.
The wait for your golfing fate is over. Purgatory Golf Club has a tee time waiting for you. A beautifully landscaped resort-quality public golf course in Noblesville, Indiana. With 6 sets of tees for all skill levels, you designate your own challenging level of play at Purgatory. You decide if your 9 or 18 holes will be an easy round, a test of endurance, or anywhere in between. Purgatory, where golf is a religious experience.
If you'd like to get on the mailing list from Augusta National for practice round tickets, this is the address, so copy them down. And you'll get an order form, typically in the spring. You complete it by midsummer. You'll be notified by mid-September whether or not you've been lucky to get in the lottery for the practice round tickets. But the address that you just wrote down would be the proper one to request an order form from Augusta National. Hope you get lucky. Hope to see you there in the spring. One of the features to the Purgatory Golf Club Show this year is Collector's Corner. And with us is Ben Wong, who's joined us today with a marvelous collection of Titleist products, the most significant modern putters, some caddy badges, and some ball markers. And Ben, so nice to have you on the Purgatory Golf Club Show.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Tell us a little bit about how does a person get started in the business of collecting golf memorabilia?
Well, I've always found that some of the historical significance of individual items, such as caddy badges, representing the early days of golf, where that was one of the venues that people could learn to play golf. Some of the greats of golf, such as Francis Ouimet, Ben Hogan, and Byron Nelson, came from the caddy yards. That's where they learned the game. And of course, with the advent of electric carts, caddy programs have unfortunately become somewhat defunct, although there's been a little bit of a renaissance lately in the last 5 or 10 years of clubs trying to, to reopen the caddy programs.
Well, Ben, you're exactly right. The two avenues long ago for a golfer was either from a privileged family or through the caddy yards. And what's so very interesting, let's start with these that you brought us in. These are caddy badges that signify the level of expertise that caddy had for his or her particular club. Tell us a little bit about your collection of these caddy badges.
Sure. I brought a representation of the different sizes and shapes and configurations. Now, obviously, most of them were just simply stamped metal, usually zinc or less expensive metal, that's either plated with copper or nickel for durability. And they have a pin on the back, as you can see, so that the caddy can affix it to their shirt, or sometimes their hat, to let people know that they're the caddies.
These were a source of pride as they progressed. Some signify the very best, and others signify a beginner, perhaps.
Absolutely. There are different classes of caddies. There are Class A caddies, which were the top caddies. There were the Class B caddies, and then you have the beginning caddies, which are Class C. And some of these, you'll see that they're stamped Class B, such as this one, which is an interesting caddy badge in and of itself because it's one of the few that's enameled, which means that they had to do an extra process. But there's a B along with the caddy number behind it. So this would tell people that this caddy was a B caddy. Now, the very, very best caddies, the most experienced ones, and sometimes also known as caddy captains, are also known as honor caddies. And I have one from the Skokie Country Club, which is a famous country club. They had some majors play there. This is one from 1932, and this looks like an old-style Western sheriff's badge, and it says honor caddy, which meant that he was the best of the best.
That's pretty neat. Well, also you brought with us today is your collection of the Titleist ball, probably the most recognized name in golf balls. Titleist, it goes back to 1932, I think you told me.
Correct.
Or 30s.
Yep.
And you've collected them all. This will be on exhibit here in our clubhouse. Tell us about your interest in and how you pulled together all of these Titleist balls.
Okay. I've always liked Titleist balls to play with. Actually, when I was younger, beginning to play golf, I couldn't afford Titleist. I think I used their second brand, which was Club Specials.
Mm-hmm.
I have one here. But Titleists were based in Bedford, which they still have a factory there. and they have become the most played ball in the by the professionals. And the real interest in the balls is that if you understand the history of the evolution of golf, some people feel that the modern solid two-piece ball with a urethane cover is more of a technological leap than, perhaps even the size of the driver heads or the graphite shafts and all those other advances. But just the ball alone, they feel makes a 15 to 20 yard difference, and also much more resistant to wind and other conditions.
Well, in addition to that, you brought in the most significant putters going back. Can you take a couple of those and show us kind of what you brought in? These are the significant putters from modern times.
Sure. Yeah, for modern, I would define, for me, modern defines probably 1959, because that's when Karsten Solheim of the Ping Company started manufacturing. Well, actually, he was hand-making them in his garage in Redwood City, California. He was an engineer for GE, and he just would love to tinker.
Well, let's see some of them.
Yes, right. Well, this one from 1959 is the Redwood City model, the Model 1A. This is the one that actually makes a noise when you actually hit the ball. You'll hear a ping. And that's how they got the name Ping for the company.
That's pretty neat.
Some people find that was somewhat distracting when they actually used it, but it was the first heel-toe balanced putter that Karsten Solheim came up with.
Another one, perhaps, to show us here.
Sure. Now, this one is very significant in that it is from about 1960. And this one is made by Melrose, in Melrose Park by the Bristol Company, and this is the George Lowe Wizard. The reason that this heel-shafted putter is significant is that this is the very same putter model that Jack Nicklaus used to win 15 of his 16 majors. Of course, everybody remembers 1986. He won his last major with the large McGregor Response putter.
I remember that name.
But yes, but this is the one that won the other 15 majors earlier in his career.
How about another one that you may have brought in for us?
Now, this is a very popular model, and it has some significance in the sense that it is designed by Arnold Palmer, and you can see on the bottom. It actually is the first version made by Wilson, designed by Arnold Palmer. It just says Arnold Palmer. The second version says designed by Arnold Palmer. And it's the same type of putter that Phil Mickelson, Ben Crenshaw, Greg Norman, Lee Trevino, and as well as Arnold Palmer have used to win majors. And of course, everybody remembers that Phil Mickelson used the Futura putter for Callaway, but he did not win a major until he went back to his old style putter.
I remember seeing this in Phil's hand. Well, Ben, you brought a number of things with us, and so nice of you to leave these with us. They'll be on exhibit in our pro shop here in the display cases. And I want to thank you for being on the Purgatory Golf Club Show and these marvelous exhibits you have. And they'll be on display for several weeks, thanks to Ben. And nice to have you on our show.
It's a pleasure.
Thanks for watching the Purgatory Golf Club Show. We'll be back next month on July 12th at noon, 4, and 8 o'clock with features from the fairways and clubhouse of Purgatory Golf Club. Come back and join us again.